Hello everyone, this is Dawn. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another sketch challenge with Erin Jacobson's team. This month we're doing sketch number 14 from Make It From Your Heart Volume 6, and the photos I'm going to document are ending our Silverton Uray Telluride trip. So this last layout will be the last 2 pages documenting that weekend. So I have some scenery pictures, and while we were in Silverton, the train rolled in, so I took a quick picture of the engineer and the train, and I'll document that that's a bucket list item. Next time we're down in that area, I would like to do the Silverton Durango train trip. So sounds really cool. So next time there's fall colors to see, hopefully we can get down there and do that trip. So I'm going to continue using the color scheme of mocha and avocado, or old olive. In this case, it's avocado. So my base for this layout is going to be mocha, and then the next layer is going to be avocado. And I'm just following the cut dimensions from the sketch. So this one, avocado is 11 by 11, and then for the other side, it's going to be 9 3/4 square. This sketch is another grid style layout, and the difference, the way it's switched up a little bit, is that the squares are going to be 2 by 2, and then on the right page they're going to be 4 by 4. So I'm looking at, I want to revisit this pattern paper from Change of Scenery. I had it in an earlier layout and I want to bring it back. So I'm going to cut this down to 2 by 2 to use the scenery section at the bottom portion. So I'm changing up the sketch design a little bit. Instead of having varied squares at the base there, I want the scenery picture to be there. And then I will cut another square of that at 4 by 4. But first I want to use the opposite side and use these clouds. So I've sped this up super fast. It's just my basic cutting. You want to choose 4 pattern papers or cardstock colors, and you just chop them up into a single 4 by 4 and then 5 2 by 2 squares. So all of these pattern papers are from the Change of Scenery collection from Close to My Heart. And go through your stash, see what types of outdoorsy pattern papers you have, and you can duplicate this sketch. So we'll go through with the pine, and then now I'm going to find that other Change of Scenery design, and I'll cut a 4 by 4. So I'm deciding which portion of this design on this pattern paper I want to use. So I like that. Okay, so now I'm going to slide in my larger scenery picture. The greens and the trees color, changing colors is so pretty with the mountains in the background. So I'm going to use this stamp set. It's called Greatest Adventure, and it's got the train image, and I want to use that. So I'll show you how I incorporate that into this layout. So I'm going to use, again, I'm going to switch up the placement of these little 2 by 2 squares in my design, and I'm going to put 4 of these cloud squares together. And this is where I'm going to stamp the train image. And now I'll just vary the rest of these squares so that I don't have the same pattern paper next to each other. Just kind of place them around. And we'll just go back and forth with the pine and the burlap pattern. And that's the basic layout. Just making sure I like what I see. Okay, So now let's do some stamping. So I'm going to pull these cloud pieces from the layout, and we'll do some stamping on it. So in order to do this, I'm going to tack them down to my mat. Now another way that I could have done this is to have kept a piece at 4x4 and done my stamping and then chopped it up. But this works too. So I'm just going to tack them down on my mat so they don't shift when I stamp. So I'm just placing them together again, and then I'm ready to stamp. So I'm going to use Pebbled Path and this train image. So this is kind of a brown gray, and I think it works because I'm using mocha and I'm going more towards brown. And it gives that old engine look to the train. So we'll go ahead and ink that up and stamp it out. Now when you're stamping on something that's been cut up already, make sure you press really hard so that you get in all those seams. Okay, so now we'll bring this back and reassemble. So place all these back down. A little fussy, all these little pieces keep wandering around. Okay. So now I'm looking at my layout, and my train is going from the right to the left. And my picture, the train is going from the left to the right. So I'm going to try swapping them around just so that they go in to the seam rather than away. So that means I have to flip everything around here. Yeah, I just want to try this to make sure I like it. And we'll see how things look. So swapping everything around and fussing with these little 2x2 squares. Okay, so we'll put our train back together. And I like that. So it's going, the direction it's traveling is in, and then with the photo, the direction it's traveling is also in. So it just makes sense to the eye to have images that are in your photos or stamped images that they travel in the correct direction. So now I'm just going to replace my photos and make sure they're all down there. So there's scenery pictures, and then I snapped a really bad selfie. So, but anyway, yeah, those are going to be the photos for my layout. Now these are the stickers from the Change of Scenery collection, and I have this log image, and I've journaled on it, but I used a post-it note to kind of block out that upper corner because I knew I was going to slide it under the corner of my photo here. So I did my journaling around that. And I want to use this fern sticker, but first I'm going to pull some letters. So these are die cut alphabets. It's a black alphabet die cuts from Close to My Heart. And I'm going to spell out the word explore. So I want to make sure everything fits before I start placing stickers down. And then we'll just slide a couple of these little fern stickers under that log. So if you don't have stickers like this, you can create a log image. I like to use the deckled edge circles and just die cut a circle out of cardstock and draw your lines. And I've done that in previous pages in this series of layouts. So you don't need that sticker. You can create your own. And then as for the fern, there's also a few dies out there, and I'll list them in the description below that you can cut a similar firm image. And then I found a couple more stickers from the sticker sheet. One says beautiful, and then the other is kind of a diamond shape with mountains in it. Now I think I need some pine cones. So these are from the Evergreen card making collection from last year. And I'm going to die cut some pine cones. So I'm using some of the pattern papers, and then I'm also going to cut some pine tree sprigs from the pattern papers and also from some mocha cardstock. Okay, now this is a really old product. These are rub-ons, and I'm looking at them. They're from a collection called All Out Adventure from, gosh, like probably 10 years ago. And it's got a compass. So they come in brown, black, and white. And at first I thought I was going to use brown, but then I changed my mind because I wanted to go with the black because that matched the Explore font. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out this rub-on from the carrier sheet. And then I'm going to place it on some, I think this is the light side of acorn. And then you just rub really hard and make sure it all gets pressed down. And if parts of it don't completely release from the carrier sheet, you can replace the carrier sheet and put it back down. And now I'm just pressing it into the cardstock to make sure everything's smoothly transferred. And then I'll cut that out with a deckled edge die that matches that shape. So check your stash. Any outdoor collections. There's several compass images that can be stamped and die cut. I just liked this rub-on with the bold black. Go through your stash, see what you've got. So I've die cut that, and I'm going to slide that under the corner of that photo. And then I'll slide a couple of these pine tree sprigs under the corner. All right. So we got all that tacked down, and then I'm going to bring in, these are die cut shapes in black. And I'm going to pull from this collection. There's a cute little camera. And I'm going to put that next to my selfie. And then a couple of arrows to continue that directional travel theme. So place an arrow there, and then another one, and I decided to change the direction of that one so that it went along with the way the word explore read from top to bottom. And then to finish it off, I'm going to scatter a whole bunch of these textured dots all around. And I've used this embellishment throughout the series of layouts as well. So just going to scatter lots of them everywhere. And to see close-up shots of this layout, head on over to my Facebook page. I'll put the URL at the bottom of the screen and also a link in the description below. And make sure you check out Erin Jacobson's page, and she'll have a playlist for all of the current videos for this month that are using pattern number 14 from Make It From Your Heart Volume 6. Check out all the other creators and see the cool things they've done with this particular pattern. Lots of fun. So I appreciate you watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button, and then you'll be able to find all of my videos. And one more look at the full layout here. And thanks for watching.